and welcome to the Merry Boozers RC channel. Wonderful day of flying today, guys. We just got back actually about an hour ago, took showers and started cleaning off. We've been at the field all day today. We got out there I think at 10 o'clock and didn't leave till right at 5. So, whew, it was a long day. It was a very long day, but it was a good day. Got to fly a bunch of new stuff. We got to try the V1200 from E-Flight out. That plane was fantastic. If you didn't see me over on the RC Informers channel. And cat, stop. The cat's trying to get in his treats right now. And it was crazy. I'm trying to keep up with the comments right now, so if I'm not looking at the camera, that means I'm reading the comments section. Not much. All 4,000. Yeah, that's right. RC Air Marshal. As of today, we are at 4,000 subscribers, guys. So fantastic, fantastic. Super excited about it. We went live for a few minutes. My live feed off my phone is always kind of, so I'm sorry if it wasn't the best quality in the world. It is what it is when you're mobile live streaming, though. We had a lot of fun, though. We do have some of the footage of the V1200 queued up to play tonight for you guys. We'll play that here in a minute so you can see it actually running. Quick rundown, everybody. Let's go over our Boozer Barracks members as of this week. Michael Reitzka, Gooniac 33, Mr. Fire Booty himself, Marcus Green, J Maniacs RC, Mike SSI, good to see you as always, sir. I see you right there in the chat too. Spencer Keith, Pterodactyl 44, George Watts, I see him too. George, we flew some balsa planes today, just so you know. So there's going to be some balsa stuff coming in the future. I know he likes it. Gav Street, Gav, I'm sorry, I should have called you and said to come fly with us today. We'll definitely do that next time. So me and Rich have decided that I think we're going to both start using that club together. It worked out really well being able to, I got some of his planes today and he used some of my planes today and we were able to review some different stuff. Yeah, it was really cool. Anyway, George, we do have some balsa planes coming. And Gavin, I will make sure you get to come on the next one. Victor RC Jets, Pay It Forward, Joe Pellegrino, Kevin Farrows, William Margita, Dave Kowalski, Dennis Farley, Will Engel, David Martin Graff, Joseph Youngblood, and the Farmer Man is back on again. So welcome to all of my Boozer members. Thank you for being a part of the channel and helping us to provide all these wonderful models lately. I really do appreciate it, guys. Thank y'all so much. Hey, Lori, did Rich fly his new Blue Angels? Yes, he did, Gavin. He flew his Blue Angels today, and it went fantastic. He got several flights on it, actually. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous model. George, did you see my flight videos? Wesley from the Farmer Man. How to buy the FMS F-15 Liberty from Horizon Hobby. Only place left to get it is now discontinued. Super bummed. Don't know about that one. Watching and eating dinner. Yeah, anyway, you didn't say my name. That's because you're not a Boozer Barracks member yet, sir. So, I just do that at the beginning of the show to all of our members. I want to call them out and thank you. Tell them thank you. RC Informer, we had a wonderful day today, guys, and I can't wait to talk to Rich about that and let y'all see it. Yeah, me and Rich just had a big and rich time today. We flew everything that we could think of today. He borrowed the Buddy planes, really was liking the OMP models. I got to fly his A-10, the E-Flight A-10. I really enjoyed that airplane. All A-10s fly good, but that one's small enough to where one battery on a 4,000, I got a 4-minute flight, which is fantastic. How do you become a member? Well, if you're on a computer, and you look beside our subscribe button, there's a join button, and you just click that, and it costs you, I think it's $2.99 a month, and you get more content. What is it? Is it $2.99 or $1.99? I can't remember off the top of my head. It's pretty inexpensive, and you get some extra Boozer benefits. We do a monthly live show. We gave away a charger.
It's
$1.99. We gave away a charger last Friday for our 2-year anniversary for our members. So yeah, it's just something a little extra, and it helps us to support the channel, and it is a fun way for us to give back to some of our guys that are supporting us. So yeah. Somebody needs to race the V1200 versus the Havoc. Yeah, that'd be cool. That would be cool. So I guess, Lori, let's play for just a minute. So we did fly the V900 today, and we're just going to let it play for a minute as we talk. There won't be any sound because you're going to get the full video this week. And I just want to tease it a little bit. What is Lori doing right now? Anyway, and don't forget about the Boozer fly-in coming up. Getting closer every day. Toys for Tots fly-in at IRCC, Imperial RC Group. Anyway, I got people blowing me up right now. So, if you haven't noticed, I also have some slot cars in front of me, and we'll talk about that in a second. But yeah, if Lori wants to get the shot on here. So, the V1200 today with Rich. Had a fantastic time. The airplane is a rocket ship. I mean, a rocket ship, guys. And it's, I don't know how to explain it. It's so smooth and so precise. It's just a very, very fun airplane to fly. It's kind of neat too. The ESC actually has a fan on it to help cool the ESC. It's all smart equipped. It is one sweet, sweet model. And I mean to tell you, if you've got the need for speed, this will itch it. So this is about half throttle for the first part of the flight. And when I go full throttle, it's a streak. So anyway, like I said, there'll be a full video coming on this week. Lori's still got to get in and edit it and all that kind of stuff. But man, it is stable and smooth. And this was with about a 7-mile-an-hour crosswind today. So it's awesome. Better go faster than the V900. I don't think you're going to have a problem with it going faster than the V900. I think a couple of the passes today were well over 150 miles an hour. It's silly how fast that airplane is. And, you know, like I said, I got to fly the A10 also today, and I was very impressed with that small plane. All right, Tyson, it's okay. In time, when you get a chance, it's all good, man. It's not necessary to become a Boozer member. It's just another way to enjoy our content and for us to give back to some of our members. That's all it is. If you decide to join in the future, it's all cool, man. But yeah, anyway, guys, I know it's a little dot right now. It's not taking up the whole screen. Lori hadn't been able to edit it yet, but I hope you can tell that it is just a rocket ship. So anyway, it's a lot of fun. A lot of fun with that airplane. And give Lori a little bit of props on that because holy cow is that thing fast and hard to film. But yeah, look at that. I think that was a slow pass. Super stable. Awesome airplane, guys. And the sound. You'll get to see it, but yeah. I might have missed it, but which A10? I got to fly the E-Flight A10 today. I borrowed it from Rich, and it was a lot of fun.
That's enough teasing for now.
That's enough teasing for now. There you go. You guys will get to see that video. Make sure you watch it all the way through, and you click the like button and all that stuff, because I want that video to do really well. So, real quick, something I'm going to be doing very shortly on the channel is some digital slot car racing. I know this is not airplanes. Yes, we are still going to be mainly an airplane channel, but I wanted something else, you know, other than just airplanes. And I've done the crawler thing and some of that, and I enjoyed it, but the other reason I wanted to do these is I have a couple guy friends that like to come over. We have guy night. All the girls, you know, Lori and the other wives go out with them, and we're gonna all sit around and drive slot cars. But I figured, why not show you my adventure of building my slot car track and how different slot cars are now. So any of you that did slot cars when you were young, they have changed a lot. So right now in front of me I have, this is a Carrera digital 1/32 scale piece of track, and I've got 3 of the cars here. You can see the box for it up here. You know, I'm not going to go into big detail on this tonight, but just a little tease. Currently the track is under construction. Once we finish it, we are definitely thinking about maybe doing some live broadcasts of us racing and having a good time. I'm thinking I'm going to do some reviews on some of the different cars. They are extremely detailed little cars. Let me just pick this little Ferrari up. All the headlights work. It's got fingerprints all over it because we've been playing with it this week. But yeah, just to show our guy, Lori was going to get the top shot going. Here we go. Stand up for a second. I'll give you a, woo, I almost dumped them all over the ground. That would have been bad. So yeah, they're super detailed. These are digital, so you can run up to 6 of these on one track now. Everybody has an independent controller for all 6 of them. You can change lanes at will with a flick of a button on the controller. It's a lot different than the old cars, and their detail is just amazing. See if I can get that up there, but yeah.
Even the drivers have a lot of
Yeah,
detail.
even the little drivers in there, if you can see them. All the interior work. Yeah, it's crazy. You know, this part's still like the old school. You got the brushes and then these turn, you know, and then you've got magnets in here to help with that. So I don't know if any of you guys do slot cars or not, but I'm super excited about it. We're going to start doing some here on the channel. And like I said, we're going to be running Carrera Digital and having a good time. But this is one piece of Carrera Digital track, and that's 3 of our cars that we currently have. More on the way, of course. So yeah, did I miss any? Lori, keep watching the comments too as I'm talking. I don't want to miss anybody. Those are bigger than the ones I had. So the cool thing is this is the 132 cars right now, but the track I'm building, the Carrera 132, also does 124, so 124 scale cars. So you can do this size, or you can run the bigger cars on here, and they make a piece that goes around the outside to make the track a little bigger. So we might eventually try some of the bigger ones too. Like I said, these do have working headlights. Whenever you let off the throttle, the brake lights actually turn on the cars. They're very, very high class, guys. You can still drift them. This is not locked in, so they drift around the track. It's a lot of fun. We've definitely played with it a few times already, and until we get it finished. So I see some guys saying HO. Yeah, HOs are tiny compared to these. These are pretty good sized cars. Like I said, there it is in my hand. These are pretty good size, and they're very well detailed. So like that engine in there, it's hard to see in there right now, but that is a fully detailed engine, fully detailed interior. I mean, they are perfect little models of these cars. I had a friend who asked me about these a couple of months ago, didn't know how to get in. It's just some guys in a basement or some more formal. This is going to be not in a basement, but this is going to be for me and a couple of my friends informally. There are a few clubs. I'm actually planning on going and checking out a slot car club tomorrow night in Lakeland, Florida, where they do racing. But yes, I'm going to be doing more with our stuff. But yeah, anyway, just like I said, quick look around at some of the cars. There's a Lamborghini. It's kind of nice. They designed these to where all the little pieces, if you're going to let a kid play with these, you can take all the breakable stuff like the mirrors and the wings and things off so you don't tear them up when you're racing. It's very well thought out stuff. I will say, we can go back to the front, Lori. I will say there are cheaper options than going Carrera. This would be what I would consider a hobby grade set. So AFX from Tower Hobbies. They have a really nice kit for like $200 that comes with all the track and the cars and stuff, and those are HO scale. Carrera, you might want to set down. The set I have is $600. So, you know, it depends on how heavy you want to go into it. The guys that I'm going to go meet with, how much track do you have? My track is 21 foot as it sets currently, but I have 2 extra add-on track sets coming. So we'll have to figure it out as it goes. My layout that I'm currently building is 11 feet by 5 foot wide. And that's about as big as I could go and still have room in my office to put my desk and stuff in there. So I'm building this in my office. And as we get the track a little further along, I do plan on showing you guys. I really think this is something cool that, you know, I just never even thought of slot cars until just randomly the other day. I was like, I wonder if anybody does slot cars around here. And then I started looking into how different slot cars are now. This is crazy, guys. So, like I said, there's the standard HO, normal ones that we talked about back in the day. This, you can do pit lanes, you can do fuel usage. This does lap timing down to the millisecond. I mean, you can get extremely competitive with this. And I do want to show you more over the coming weeks about this stuff. But for now, this was just a little tease tonight. If you want to check this out, though, this is called Carrera. Can you just buy the cars? Yes, they make hundreds and hundreds of these. This is Carrera 132. If you want to look for this exact stuff, this is like the Mac Daddy stuff right here. Yes, you can buy individual cars though. There's hundreds of them. You can run, like I said, up to 6 at a time on 2-lane track. So it makes for some very fun racing. But the cool thing about running on a 2-lane track like this with 6 cars is there's digital changing points that you add into your track. You pull a button on your controller and you change lanes at will. So it's very cool. I can't wait to show you more about it, like I said. But yeah, I hope you guys are interested in this. You know, we did some car stuff and some tank stuff and things, and you know, you guys enjoyed it, but I'm trying to find something a little different. You know, there's 10,000 people doing cars and crawlers and stuff that they're already very well established, and I always wanted to do slot cars, and I figured now was no better time than the present to do it. So like I said, you're looking, I'd say if you want to get a set, you can go on Amazon right now. The set I started with, that one right there, that's the triple GT Power. It comes with these 3 cars, 21 feet of track with a bridge that goes over. You get your control unit, 3 controllers, all that stuff. I don't have a link to it. I'm not a paid sponsor or nothing for them. So if you decide you want one, you can get them on Amazon. You can get them at CarreraUSA.com. And like I said, this set right here, as it sets with the 21 foot of track, the control unit, the cars, everything was like $439, I think. So, and that gets you everything you need to get racing. And then past that, you can always add pit lanes or driver control units or lap towers, or there's all kinds of stuff. There's an app connect unit where you can do all your digital app for lap times and pitting and all that stuff. So we're going to go over all that later. I want you to know we're always going to be airplanes before everything else, but this is going to be a fun thing that I can do with some of my friends that can't do airplanes with me. As much as I want everybody to be able to do airplanes with me, a lot of my friends can't do airplanes because they're too expensive. But a lot of them said, hey, if you have a track, I can spend $50 and buy a car. Roughly, the cars are anywhere from $30 to $50, and then some of their high-end, really low production models are about $100 for the Carrera. And Carrera is spelled C-A-R-R-E-R-A. because I see some guys asking that. Is how you spell it. So Carrera, C-A-R-R-E-R-A, and this is the 132. And make sure you do digital if you want all the functions we're going to be doing. They have Carrera Go, which is their cheaper end. They have Carrera. There's like 5 different versions of the track. Digital 132, 124 is the one you want if you want the Mac Daddy set that has all the crazy controllers and stuff. So yeah. Anyway, Lori put it down there, yeah. And like I said, this was just a little teaser of this. We will do full edited videos with links and everything else. So anyway, I hope you guys are excited about it. When this video's over, go back in and say, hey, yeah, man, I'm really excited about some slot cars, or man, you know. Some guys aren't going to be huge into it, but, you know, it's going to be something different. Yeah, anyway. Buddy RC planes. Let's go to our next subject. They're over here. The Challenger and the Bighorn, they're expected into stock any day now. I do plan on dropping some videos for those airplanes as soon as they come in stock, and I will make sure to make a post to let you guys know when they actually hit stock. Rich actually flew the Challenger today, and he was blown away with it. He was like, wow, that is such a good airplane. And when I told him the price, he was like, man, that's killer. Get a little drink there. Anyway, have I missed any questions, Lori?
No, this one.
I see the Carrera comment. We've corrected that. Very cool. Yep, 132. Air Marshal. You know, this stuff is really big over in like Germany and Europe, but it's slowly becoming bigger here. And like I said, I am going to the slot car club tomorrow. I need to text the guy here in a minute. And they're going to let me race some of their stuff. Now, the club here in town runs Scalextrics, which, no big deal. Scalextrics is wonderful too. It's just I chose to do Carrera over Scalextrics. So, and in the future, I will explain all that in other videos. I know most of you guys that are here want to talk airplanes, but from time to time now, I want to do some of this stuff. Something a little different, like I said. They're wicked fun. So anyway, somebody lost orientation, Farmer Man. What?
No. He's talking about there's been a bunch of turbine crashes this week. And some lost orientation.
Well, that's no good.
Servos.
In the pipeline right now, guys, I've got the Timber Turbo that I need to get doing. So that'll be a lot of fun. We still need to get out with our King Tiger. I've got my King Tiger sitting behind me here. Man, it's just crazy. And like I said, today we just had so much fun. We flew and flew stuff. I went out there with my SU-29 from E-Flight, expecting to fly it today, and I got there and Rich's camera guy was like, hey, I really like that plane. You want to sell that? And so I never even got to fly it today. He decided he had to have that airplane, and I sold it to him, so it's all good though. How dare you not invite me? Yeah, exactly. Sorry, Gavin. I'm sorry. This was kind of a spur of the moment, go to Larks and fly with Rich day, and we got a lot of filming done. It was funny. We were the only guys at the field all day, and it was a beautiful day. And I'm always amazed at Larks that there's not more guys out there, especially when it's so nice. It's a little hot right now, but it's beautiful. Dennis, I do plan on taking you out to Larks. Dennis is coming down to visit us, and I do plan on getting him out there. There you go. Rich is ready. So, we've been talking about how much fun me and Rich had today. I told Rich, let's wrap this thing up together. So he's going to pop in. We're going to hang out for about 30 minutes and tell you about how our day went. So
But you got to give me just a second.
Lori's got to get it set up. Rich has got to turn his volume down. Anyway, You could take the Buddy RC logo
Yeah,
off
I
too.
gotta find that too.
Anyway, we're getting it all figured out here, getting them all added. We had such a fun day today, though, with Rich, the RC Informer. You guys all know him, but we went live a couple times, and we've always said it on the channel. Get out and fly with your friends. Well, we did that today, and I always have a better time when we go out with somebody and we all fly together. And me and Rich fly very similarly. So it's no big deal for me to say, here, Rich, just go fly this plane. You're going to love it. And he goes and tries it. And then he, handed me the V1200 today. I was like, Wes, you got to try this. It's fantastic. And I was like, oh, my God, this thing's amazing. So, yeah, we had a fun day. So, are you ready, Lori? Almost. Drum roll, please. But, yeah, anyway. She's still trying to get it going. Give her a second, guys. But yeah, we got to try that. I wanted to fly my MiG-29 today, but I didn't get a chance to get it up. And Rich was nice enough to even give me a receiver for it, and then things just went going crazy, and we just never flew it today. So, the good news is me and Rich don't live too far away from each other, and hopefully we can start doing this more often, because I really had a good time today. And when me and Rich get a chance to fly formation together, we fly really well together. I don't think he likes that I go inverted with him all the time, though. In the air tractor video we did, he'd go upside down and I'd flip up with him. He was going, hey, wait a second, we're both the same color. Messing me up, man. Like to live dangerous. So, yeah.
I think I finally got it.
All right, let's bring him on. Here he is, guys, the RC Informer. Say hello, Rich.
Hey, what's up?
What's up, man? Let's see if everybody can hear you. Lori, can you put the comments back on the screen?
Yeah, give me just a second.
See you all
Yeah,
right?
we can see you good, man.
Okay. All I see is like a little, all I see is my little thing in the corner.
Yeah, that's all you'll get to see right now. I'm sorry about that. But,
Okay.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, what's happening, man?
We're just kind of going over today. We were talking a little bit about some slot cars, and we were talking about all the new airplanes we got to fly today, and how cool that V1200 is, and that you even got your time on some of the buddy planes.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. Yeah. What's up? What?
What did I miss?
No. It's just awkward because I can't see. Well, actually, I'm looking at you on my cell phone, so it's kind of bizarre. And all I see is this little thing in the corner. That's just the little frame. So there's no way to pull you up bigger, or no?
Oh, you're trying to figure out on your screen.
Yeah. So because I don't do this too often, so I'm trying to figure out how to.
Try double clicking the little box on the corner.
Maybe, yeah, try double clicking it. So your Skype screen's tiny is what you're saying.
Yeah, I just see this little tiny thing, so I'm staring at a blank screen with myself in the corner, that's all.
Let me try resharing here.
We're going to try and fix, we're having some technical difficulties. We normally get our guests on early, but we will figure this out. In the meantime...
I actually got you, I can see you, yeah, it's kind of bizarre.
It's not too important. We're just BSing tonight. You don't have to look at the screen too much. As long as you got the comments, we'll be good to go.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, how did you, the V1200 is pretty awesome, isn't it?
Man, that is one of the most fun planes I've flown this year. It really surprised me how fast that airplane is. And it's a solid plane, too.
There we go. Now I can see a little more there. Yeah. Yeah, it's built well. It's fast. It's you get a lot of bang for the buck, and yeah, I'm digging this thing. I fit, and it's it's just awesome. The detail on it, it's nice and smooth, and you build this thing with just only 6 screws, and yeah, man, fastest out of the box, fastest airplane I think pretty much you can get. It's the fastest thing like in my whole fleet. So, yeah, it's pretty bad. So yeah, it's all good. A good time today, and then what was that thing called again? I can't remember the name of the
The
plane.
Challenger.
The Challenger. That was pretty awesome. We're gonna have a video out too, guys. So we filmed it. Steve filmed us flying it with Wesley. Me and Wesley were kind of narrating and talking about it. It's a nice plane. It's hard to believe that it's only 3-cell, and it'll go vertical out of sight, and it's great. It's made out of balsa wood. It's nice. It's got nice servos, nice ball links and rods.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm pretty sure they were carbon horns, if I'm not mistaken.
So it's a very surprising plane. So we have a question from George Watts. Wes
Okay.
and Rich, will the V1200 take off of grass? Actually, I can answer that with Rich has grass videos up on his channel already, guys.
Yeah. If you check out my channel, I got, I think we did like 2 grass demos back to back, I'm pretty sure. So if you go on there and watch it, now you can't have, St. Augustine grass and expect a reasonably flat, groomed surface. The field's got potholes and, all kinds of gopher holes and stuff in it. So, and, as long as you avoid those areas, you'll see in that video, it takes off and lands just fine. So, yeah, check that video. We got a complete, unboxed 6 screws to build it. So building wasn't much, but all that is on there in great detail. I'll show you every single part, every little detail of it. And then there's a little bit of flying clips in there. And then we have a longer video flights put together. So when we went to Larks the other day on Wednesday, there's 4 complete flights of that airplane at Larks on my channel. So if you watch it, the flights themselves are uncut. We cut a little between. I had to run and get a battery or something, but for the most part, you'll see 4 complete flights of that thing on that with 6-cell and 4-cell packs, and then we have the other video with 2 grass flights. So that it's pretty much what you need to see. It's all right there. So,
what'd you think of?
yeah.
Now that was your first time flying off of our rubber runway, really. What do you think of that? It's a little different, right?
Yeah, it's a little different, and it's like I said, it's kind of the best of both worlds. It's when you fly off of grass is pretty forgiving to the airplane if you drag a wing or flip it over or something, but it's also generally bumpy. It's kind of harder to operate on unless it's really, really smooth. And then when you fly off of cement, it's a nice hard surface. The plane does slide around a little more where the rubber grabs, but also if you flip a plane or drag a wing, you're going to tear something up. You're going to, like on this, if you had cement with this airplane, like anything else, you're probably going to damage the aluminum spinner, prop, you'll tear up and stuff, so that's pretty much par for the course. But the Larks runway, it's not geotextile. It's like a hard rubber. I don't even know what that stuff is, but it's kind of the best of both worlds. The only downside it has is that it leaves scraping on your shoes or your knees. If you get down on it makes everything these black marks. But you can pretty much clean that stuff off. It doesn't, like Wes says, it doesn't damage which is pretty much the best thing. But again, it's like the best of a hard surface, but it's the benefit of clean if you flip it or something. So yeah, it's pretty much the nicest surface. I think because I come out there way more often. And then there's not a million people out there where you're trying to fit, somebody starts a gas motor and you're like, geez, there goes the whole there's not a ton of people out there, so you can get a lot of videos.
So I got a question here. RC Air Marshal says, Wes, I know you've been showcasing the OMP airplanes. He went to check out OMP's site and found out they have helicopters. Now, Rich, I know you used to be a helicopter guy. This might be something for you to check out. So this is an OMP M2V2 helicopter right here. Their cases are phenomenal. This is the helicopter. This is how you take it to the field. No worries about damaging this helicopter.
Do you have a picture of it or something? Or
I got the helicopter.
Oh,
right here in my hand.
I don't know if you can see it.
I don't know if you can see it or not. That's the problem with how we are. But yeah, just type in OMP M2V2 for Google. But yeah, guys, here it is. Direct drive. all aluminum, even an aluminum tail servo, shaft. You have a little brushless motor on the tail. Dude, these helicopters are sweet.
Okay, that's cool. So I don't see anything. I'm
Oh.
seeing. I think I'm seeing a lag. I think actually right now you're reaching for it. So
All right, well,
right now you're reaching out of the range for it. So right now I think I'm just about to see it. Okay, box.
we're having some technical difficulties tonight, guys, but you'll see it here in a second, Rich. It is one smoking helicopter, though.
Yeah, I'll check it out just as soon as as soon as
And
it
you can
pops
always
up.
check it out on OMP's website. This is the M2V2. They also have the M2, which doesn't have the aluminum upgrades, but you save a little bit more money that way. So whatever you want to do on it, there's ways around it. But yeah, they make some fantastic. This is one of the nicest helicopters I've ever seen. So if you guys are into that, I know we're all over the place tonight. Yes, we're still an airplane channel, but we can do other stuff too. Whether it be cars, helicopters, airplanes, whatever it is, I want to do it all, man.
Here, I don't know if y'all can see that because I can't see anything on the screen. Oh, there we go. That's
You've got some pretty crazy lag too.
we put that on Facebook. You can probably see
Yeah.
it's up on Facebook. That was me back in the '80s, flying my Airwolf model.
Yeah, and that's behind you, isn't it? You keep that in the shop still.
Yeah, it's here. Yeah, it's vintage, so I kind of keep it,
Right.
So, but yeah, it was a '60 glow model, really nice. And yeah, I got it way up in the rear, so yeah, it's all good.
So we are going to fly this on the channel soon, and maybe we'll put this in Rich's hands too next time we see it. You think you could still fly a helicopter if I put one in your
Of course,
hands?
bro. I learned to fly a helicopter first, man. That made airplanes easy.
Well, then
So-
that's what we need to do. I'm going to get this one set up, and then next time we go to fly at Larks, I'm going to hand you the controls to this one and see how you still remember how to do it.
Be sweet. I mean, I'm not going to do any 3D stuff,
I get it.
but I can fly them well. That's like I said, that's all I did. I actually won a couple trophies flying RC choppers. So yeah, it's it's cool. It's I'm looking forward to flying another one again. Yeah, it's been a while, but it comes back. Every
Yeah.
once in a while, like a friend's got a helicopter. Hey, you want to fly? I go, yeah. I go, and then I fly it, kind of just get back in the groove, and then it comes back quick.
So yeah, Air Marshal was saying it looked like everything was aluminum on the one he saw online, and yeah, that's the M2V2. Let me pull the head unit off, Air Marshal, and let you see it. But yeah, everything's aluminum. Even the servos are aluminum. There's nothing on this that's not aluminum or carbon fiber. There's no plastic. I take that back. The some of the rods going up on your push rods are plastic ball link clevises, but that's okay. I'd rather those fail than any of the metal parts when something does hit the ground.
Yeah.
And I mean, the way they did this, like the battery goes on a sliding tray. I know you can't see it right now, Rich. I'm sorry. You guys at home, if you can see this, the tray, they designed it where the battery is on a tray, so you can take it out, carbon tray, and it just keys in. Very hard to do this the way I'm setting, but yeah, it just keys in and snaps. So I mean, it's a snap. Anyway, what I miss? Wes, you dingbat, haha, I saw it in person, not online. Oh, I didn't know you saw it in person. Do you have one? All right, well, I can't win them all. I was trying to read comments here, so anyway, super excited about that. And Rich, you let us fly the A-10 today. That plane was a very big surprise on how awesome it is. Well, it's not a surprise. I kind of knew it was going to be awesome. E-Flight's just been killing it lately.
They're making some nice stuff. I mean, you really can't. And in fact, there's really not another manufacturer. None, I think, for the most part, that are making planes that are like that high quality and then like that easy to get out of the box and assemble and put together. Flight stuff, probably a few years back, there wasn't a lot that I was interested in, but now it's like almost everything they're now. It's just so easy to assemble. Anybody just to be able to screw it together, put it in a battery, bind it, and go fly it without, you know, having to change servos or modify this or that. I mean, occasionally there's little stuff, but for the most part, you know, the E-flite, like this thing, the Hornet that I flew today. I mean, screws. The SC-30, again, that was 10 screws. This thing was 6 screws. The A-10, there was a little bit of gluing, the tail and the verticals. Went on with 4 screws. And you're flying that EC-1 1500, I think, and I got one of those. When I get going.
4 screws put that airplane. No, 5 screws put that airplane together.
And then it's just ridiculous. And then you have stuff like this, which I got videos on the channel of this, like FMS. You know, their ASW 17 glider. You know, the FMS. Like this thing didn't even need screws. It just you snapped it together. And then you go fly it. So, like all of the FMS stuff, it's just amazing how you throw it together and just go fly. And everything, pretty much everything is right. You know, it's almost nearly perfect when you get it out of the box. I mean, again, for the most part, nobody does it like quicker. You know, I mean, it's unreal how just a couple of screws and you got a plane that you're flying. You know, so. I mean, because you probably built some planes out of wood, I would imagine.
Yeah.
And I scratch built some airplanes in the past. I built a lot of stuff out of wood, and it took a lot of time to, you know, jig it and on the table, put it all together, and then you had to, you know, sand the edges, and then you know, what is it, ultra coat or monocoat around it, and then you had to mount servos, and you know, so there's a lot of assembly time. And now, you know, with this thing, $170 and you're doing 140 miles an hour and 6 screws. You know?
I think it was a little faster than 140, to be real honest with you.
Well, it's supposed to be like I think they clocked it at like 144 or 145 or something. So, but they're trying to be conservative with it. In a dive, it'll do 165, and then
I got to bring my radar out next time we go. I've got a radar gun.
I think they had actually told me that they tried to put they did put a 10-10 prop, because this is a 10-8, and they were easily getting 165 or something. Straight level dives, they were hitting the buck 80 range, but it was kind of overheating a little. It was getting a little hot, so they decided to dial it back to the 8 on the prop. So, you know, so
EQRC, yes, you could probably put different bodies on that helicopter. You can put different bodies on any helicopter if you're willing to engineer how to mount it to it.
Yeah, just got to figure that stuff out. So, but yeah, man, yeah, E-flite's killing it, man. You know, they're doing some really nice, and there's more coming. That's the thing. There's a lot of other stuff that some me and Wes know about, some we don't even, but there's a lot more cool stuff coming. You know, I'm drinking Perrier, man. I'm getting ready for the Rafale. That FMS Rafale is going to be really cool.
Yeah.
And that's just a screw together airplane too. It's amazing. You got a Delta.
And you, speaking of brands though that are like just killing it, you got to fly the Marlin today too from Arrows, and Arrows is making some really nice jets lately. That MiG-29, I mean, that thing's fantastic.
Yeah, the MiG-29 blowing. I mean, it's a small model, but it feels like a big model, and it's got nice twist and turn main retract, you know, and nose gear, and there's a little gluing with that. You glue the verticals on, but the rest of it's screwed. You have a nice size twin. I never thought a twin 64 millimeter would kind of, you know, be that nice. And then with the Marlin, that's a single 64. We shot video of it today, guys. So stay tuned on RC Informer. I gotta load that up. I got about 10 videos.
Yeah, we filmed a lot today.
We got to edit and get up there, so it's like a time-consuming to do the editing part. But I'm going to put the Marlin. Actually, me and Steve both flew the Marlin videos. We're going to put that together in one video. So, but I was impressed. I kind of like an anemic fixed gear jet, you know, kind of. But no, man. I mean, it was fun to fly. It was pretty quick, and it's got fixed gear, but it does nice landings. It does a nice knife edge. I was blown away with the knife edge. Yeah. I mean, got it all on video. I'm pretty sure Steve's pretty good at
it. It's a surprising model. I mean, for the value, for the price you pay, That Marlin
Yeah.
is definitely one I recommend. A lot of guys ask me, "Hey, I'm looking for my first jet," and I ask them, "Well, what do you
Yeah.
have for batteries?" And most people say, "I've got 4S3000s coming out of the nose."
Yeah.
And I say, "Man,
Yeah.
pick this up, go fly, have a good time." It's like a mini Viper. That's what I tell everybody. It's a mini Super
Yeah.
Viper.
Yeah. It's pretty cool. Yeah, I was impressed by it because I was like, okay, I'm gonna fly the Marlin and whatever. But no, I mean it's a lot more jet than it looks, and anybody from beginner to pretty much expert's gonna have fun flying it. I mean it's just little and it's got flaps, the whole deal. So yeah, it's
Guys
awesome.
are asking what's coming from FMS. Well, you've got a Corsair showing up.
Yeah, any day now we'll be doing, and we're gonna do a live. We're gonna do a live assembly and all that stuff of the the version. I think it's version 3. I'm off track of the versions. I think they did a second. I think they did a V2 like halfway or part through production a couple years back. And the little changes. But now this is pretty major. I mean, it's gonna be just like FMS kind of always does. It's probably gonna be. That's just how FMS rolls, a lot of other companies, some other places, they'll put out stuff that, you're like, man, that's nice. That's awesome. That's the best one out there. And then FMS comes their version and they just redefine the whole thing. You know what I mean? That's just how they are. I mean, I've done a lot of R&D for FMS and I've fixed a lot of their airplanes over the years and helped them get things rolling and constantly working on their stuff. And I can tell you, like, they are constantly just trying to make everything better. I mean, they just like everybody else, and they want to profit, but they're always trying to make it better than the other guy, And that's kind of what we want in this hobby, is to have, all these places kind of duking it out and trying to.
Competition's a good thing.
That's what makes it better. And we have a lot of guys in this hobby who are choosing sides, because they're great or I'm going to get that. And it's like, hey, if you're the consumer, you want both of those guys. Mm-hmm. All these groups, you want them fight it out. Don't stay on any one side. You want to be on the side that makes the best model. If you only have one car company out there building cars, you're going to get a pretty crappy car. If you have the government, because there's nothing to create or push there for them to. There's like, well, why make it better? It's just going to cost us. If you got somebody else making something better, you're going to get. So that's kind of what's driving all the improvements in a lot of these planes.
Me and Rich are both guys that will fly anything. We like everybody's planes.
Yeah.
If they want us to review them, we want to review it, so we're, that keeps us unbiased. Now, lately, we've been doing a lot of E-Flite stuff. Well, E-Flite's been working with both of us a lot, so we've been flying their airplanes a lot, We'll fly anybody's stuff out there. I love it all, man, and if it's a good product, I'll show it to you, and if it's not, well, it's probably not going to end up on the channel, honestly, because I just don't even want to promote them.
I've gotten some things that I'm like, okay, I just can't show this because it's not going to help promote it, and I can't really, tell you, hey, go and get this. So I just don't. Is the stuff that you're going to see me at an event with, and like all of this stuff. This plane, the 18, even the Dynam. On floats, the Dynam PT-17, I just remained.
Yeah, I watched you fly it today. That PT-17 looked awesome.
That's the stuff I'll have at events. Suggestion you get if it's there are some channels out there that have some caca on there. I can't tell you that thing's good and go get it. So I'm pretty selective what I put on there. But also now people, there's not too many places putting out horrible stuff either. I mean, there's very few, but there are some out there that I just do a review of certain things or show it off, because if I can't recommend it, I don't really want.
Right.
I'd rather tell you, hey, get this, it's good, and that kind of thing. So
David Schneider would like to know if you have any news on the Dassault Raphael, or is it Raphael?
we're just waiting on it, man. Like I said, I'm drinking and I'm waiting for it. So yeah, it's coming pretty soon. I mean, it's going to be a little while out. I don't think it's going to be. I don't think it's going to be available probably till like December.
Right.
You know what I mean? So November maybe. You know, it just depends on production and depends on what happens with COVID. But for now, anyway, if everybody stays tuned kind of to the channel, probably now, you know, we'll be showing you guys two FMS planes. They're new versions, but one of them is the version 2, the CJ6. We will probably do a live unbox assembly. That's cool because they went from 3 to 4 cell. They went from 3-bladed prop to 2-bladed prop, so it's supposed to be a little more performance. They put lights on it, landing light, retractable gear, tricycle gear. So that's going to be awesome because that like that wood plane we flew 3 cell. It's awesome. Well, now they're boosted it up to 4. So
right.
Chinese demo team that flies them, and it's pretty sweet. That's going to be nice.
Oh, I know which plane you're talking about now. Yeah, I saw that.
Yeah. And then of course the Corsair. We're going to have that around the too, and that's like I said, any day now. Keep your eyes on it and on the channel because we're going to announce probably we'll try not to make it too short notice, but you know we'll put out a live thing. You know we'll schedule, you know, the unboxed air and everything because I've been waiting for that for a long time. Ever since the Tiger Cat up here, it's ever since that came out quite a while ago. I don't know, 2 years, whatever. I told FMS, I go, you guys to the other 1700s and revise them. You know what I mean? You need to make a V2, V3, whatever, and change the ball, the hinge, and they said, yeah, we probably will. And then they did it with obviously they did it with the Corsair first. So that's going to be a whole, almost totally new airplane. I mean, and it's like you know, there's no gluing, they revised the rudder where you no longer have to bolt the rudder on. You actually snap the tail. You know, it just pops the hinges. And then the horizontal, I think I'm not sure. They were either they took the servos from the front of the fuselage, and instead of having, you know, along the back, they put the servos in the tail. You know, so there's 2 servos for your elevator. You know, so they're single point connector, just a wire. You know, so
Yeah.
so that's going to be nice. And then they got rid of all the crappy the stuff that was like they had. I think the old version they had some Lexan on certain parts. Well, they got rid of the Lexan and made actually molded plastic parts, which are nice. So landing gear is going to be all aluminum. It's going to be.
So when you get it in, you're going to let me take a rip on it, right?
Yeah, sure, man.
Like, yeah, now that we're flying at the same field, I love that. We got to start doing that more.
I always like the best flying Corsair. I know a lot of people badmouthed it and stuff, but it was 1700 millimeter. It was big. You know, I think it's gonna. I think it's gonna dwarf the other planes that are out there in the Corsair range. I mean, the ones that are out there are good now, pioneered planes like that, and you know now they're sort of returning, you know, home again with that airplane and bringing it up to current standards. So I know they made the prop bigger. You know, it's a 4-blade, but it's instead of a 1710, I think it's an 1811. And I think they boosted it. I think they took my word on it, and I think, don't quote me on this, but I think they went from the 300 kV to the 360.
Right.
So I hope. I'm crossing my fingers. I saw a spec sheet that said that on there, and I'm like, I hope that's not a typo. So with the 360, it's going to be an awesome plane because I upgraded some of mine to the 360 from the 300, and it made all the difference in the world. And now it's a bigger prop, and there's more pitch in it. So that's something I couldn't do before, and obviously we're going to have that now. So I think that's going to be the Corsair to have. I think that's gonna be awesome. They're pre-order now, even at Horizon. So you know you can look them up and get them and stuff. So
Jake Barnes is wanting to know if either one of us are getting the upcoming Freewing Gripen. I'm currently not.
No, I'm not. You know, I was working with Motion RC.
Wanted to.
year and a half ago. Wesley was. It kind of like, I don't know. It just sort of went quiet, and we hadn't heard anything. And it's kind of like, okay, all right, well, guys, I did
want
some.
to.
Really
I mean, I love Motion RC and I love their planes, but
Yeah.
I can't afford them
I
all
love
right now,
them.
guys. And if I were to buy that MiG and that Griffin, I mean, that's $1,000. I can't afford them right now. So
Yeah.
I'd love to do them, but I can't right now.
Yeah, I'd love to be doing some stuff on that MiG. I think James had mentioned to me. He goes, "Hey, we think we might have you do," and I didn't. And I was like, "Yeah, that'd be great." And it just they just don't. That's kind of what happens sometimes. That happens with these groups. They tell you stuff and then kind of, all right, okay, what's up with that?
Michael Reitska would like to know about a 1700 millimeter Mustang. Now, as far as I know, they redid it at Horizon. They're selling them again.
Well, I know they had the original or the version 1 or 2 or so. I don't see due on it yet from FMS. I think they're selling I think they're still selling the current version, or I hate to say older version, but they usually upgrade a little bit. But I don't know if they've done a full update on that Mustang. But they are. Last I checked, they were Horizon. The red tail. Just like the one that I.
Right. I think they're still selling that airplane though.
Yeah, they're still selling it. Yeah, and who knows? In the future here shortly, because I told them, I said, look, all those 17.
I want a P-47 to come back.
Yeah, the Corsair, the Mustang, and the P-47. I said, man, if you guys could just update those to the Tiger ball links, submerged hinges, a little bit more power. I said, I think you'll sell the heck out of those. And the problem is that the P-47 didn't sell as well as the Mustang and the Corsair. And I still have mine. Always flew great. But they're doing the Corsair. I would. It's possibility they'll do the Mustang also, but E-Flight's got the 15 Mustang, so
right.
I don't know if they really need to. And then if FMS put out the 1500 millimeter,
and the 1500 millimeter Razorback is such a good flying airplane. So yeah, I don't know if they're going to. David Snyder says, I wish they'd do a big P40. Did you ever do the LX P40, the big one?
Yeah, I did, and we had it. My buddy Pete, my first camera guy, Pete,
right?
And I put it together, and we went out, and it was flying okay. It seemed to have it seemed like it was a big kite, like it was very lightweight, and the gear was okay, but then the prop disintegrated in flight, and it took because they had it where there was one screw going through the each one, and it went back into some plastic, and it just wasn't tough enough, and it came apart. So now there's new versions of that or I don't know. I guess they're still selling it.
Yeah.
I don't know if they've updated the propeller was the Achilles heel on that plane. It would just.
I just wanted to answer the guy. As far as I know, that is the only foam P40 on the market currently. The Durafly. I got 3 Duraflies if you want to buy them.
well, that's a large size. Now, if you want.
Well, no, there's the FMS.
Yeah, if you want the best one on the market, it's the 1400 millimeter FMS version.
I forget about it always.
The B model Flying Tiger. That thing flies fantastic. They put big wheels on it, so it's scale.
Mm-hmm.
The retract, rotate. The paint job is nice. You assemble it with a couple screws. That's actually right up there. That's one of the newer generations of FMS. In other words, FMS. They did the Tiger Cat, and then they did. Oh, I think they did. I can't remember. It was like the P-47, the A-10, the P-40 Flying Tiger, the Tiger Cat. Those are all up to current standards. Any of those things. So that 1400 millimeter P-40 is bad.
I have the little one, and it flies great. The ground handling's a little rough on it, but the actual in-flight is fantastic.
Like a 980?
Yeah, the 980 with the retracts and everything. It's hanging on the wall right there.
Yeah, I still got mine too. That's a little rocket plane too. But Cadillac P-40B model, it's that FMS plane. There's still nothing better. I don't think they need to. That doesn't need any revision. That's like an updated model.
Is it 6S or is it 4S?
It's 4. I converted mine to 6, not because I needed to, but because I just didn't want to carry a bunch of different packs around. I can fly it on a. But it flies about the same with both batteries. I had to put a lower kV motor in it. I took a motor out of the FMS P47 and I put it in that and put the P, and it flew fine on. I had to go for, because I think if I'm not mistaken, the 4-cell, it's got like a 650 kV motor, and if you try and run that on, it's gonna spin apart, So
Right.
I had to go to the 460 that the P47 had, so the Razorback. So, but you don't need it. 4-cell, it's plenty powerful. So, and you can bump up your speed controller timing to give it a little bit if you want.
Right.
So
Yeah, that's a sweet looking plane. I've always
Yeah.
liked that one. I've wanted to try it forever, and I forgot all about it. And the other one that me and you really need to do together is the LXB25 we've got is almost ready. I got to put a BEC in it.
yeah, okay.
We ought to get out there and fly them together. That'd be fun.
Yeah, I'll see if I can resurrect mine. I mean, it's just been sitting down there. I probably got to put a new receiver battery in, and
Oh yeah, I'm sure. We had to kind of fix ours too. That's the only thing about LX models is be ready to work on them a little bit if you get one. They're like a diamond. You're gonna have to fix stuff.
usually the LX airplanes, like the airframes are really good. Like they're tough. They're built like a tank. It's just the electronics are a little, kind of iffy. But the molds are good. They're usually pretty tough. Actually, they're usually tougher than most.
Yeah,
But,
Dennis Farley's down here. I got the 1400 millimeter FMS P40, and it is awesome. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's very easy to fly. Normally, P47s are very short from the center of gravity to the tail. They're short coupled, so usually directional control is kind of an issue on P40s, like even the full scales or whatever. So, but like not the FMS one. The FMS one is just it takes off very easy, very smooth. It lifts off nice. It's just an easy plane to fly, even taking off and landing.
Yeah,
So.
EQRC is saying I'd like a big 0 or a 109. I always wanted to get the FMS 0 and the FMS 109. They had two really good ones. Is the 109 still made?
Yeah. That I don't know, but I flew that one. We got videos of that. That was like a bullet, man. That thing was awesome.
Always wanted that plane.
It was just hard to land without having a wing tip over, but that's not the FMS plane. That's a BF-109.
Right.
You watch full-scale videos of the 109, and guys are landing it and taking off, and they're always going up on one wheel and almost hitting the wheel. The landing gear was very narrow, so that's that beast there. So, but I tell you, I'd love to see FMS make 1700 millimeter warbirds bigger. I'd love to see a 1700 P40, just like you were talking about. I'd love to see one.
That'd be cool. I'd like to see a 0, but
if they did it,
I've heard a lot of guys say that 0s don't sell well though, which it just blows me away because 0s are some of the best flying models out there. I've had big ones, I've had little ones, I've had middle ones, so it's awesome.
Well, I got my 1400 millimeter 0. I got to get out of the box and get going. So we'll do that here at some point.
Well, since you're having such a hard time, you could just let me put it together for you.
Oh yeah, I'll let you know. Yeah, time is finite. That's for sure.
I
So,
get it, man.
but,
Speaking of time, Rich.
yeah,
I think it's about that time, guys. I had a really good time with Rich today. We got to film all kinds of stuff. Be looking at both of our channels in the upcoming weeks for it. Rich is going to join Lark's, right?
Yeah. I just got to get on the website. I got to get
All right,
on and
man.
do it and figure out how to pay and all that kind of stuff.
I think you guys are going to see us flying together more often. It's really nice because I get some different stuff than Rich gets and vice versa. And if we can share models, it just gets more reviews for you guys from all of us.
Yeah. We did a good video today where, I flew Wes's balsa plane there, and I really didn't know anything about it, so it's kind of nice. It was like we talked about it a bit because I was questions.
Right.
We didn't really rehearse it. I just like, what does this have? What is it? It's kind of nice doing it that way. It's kind of impromptu, and it's not so much of a, a lot of times you get it and it's rehearsed. It's like, oh, this is here, this is there, but I really didn't know anything about it because I hadn't seen it. Same thing with Marlin. I mean, I knew a little about it, and those videos are all coming out here soon. Like Wesley up the Broadsheet film today. I don't think I'm going to fly much this week. I think I got sit at the computer and just like edit a bunch of stuff and launch a bunch of videos. So
the nice thing about if we can do this more often, when me and Rich can go out like that, I mean, we can get a few weeks worth of videos in a day. Because out there at Larks, there's nobody interrupting us. Not that we don't mind it when we're at a show. That's why we're at a show, is for you to come hang out with us. But if we're actually trying to go out and make videos, it's pretty awesome to have a 500-foot runway with just me and him there. I mean, you can get a lot of flying done in a day, a lot.
Oh yeah. Hey, Rex, how many guys are you showing online right now?
They're kind of dropping off a little bit, but I'm showing 46 currently, right, Lauren?
Okay, all right, that's pretty good. Yeah, no, that's cool. That's cool.
And we had 60 in earlier, and it just fluctuates a little bit. I probably lost some of them when I talked slot cars.
Actually, you know what? When I was watching while I was downstairs eating. When we started talking slot cars, it actually went up.
Yeah, they're pretty cool. Once again.
Yeah, those look pretty nice. I was watching it while I was downstairs eating.
And maybe I can get Rich over here one day, and we can get Rich on the dark side of slot car racing.
All right. Yeah, that'd be cool.
We're not too far away. The cool thing with me and Rich is we're not too far away.
Yeah.
So let me get it all set up first, and maybe I'll get you over here. We'll get you in on a slot car night.
Yeah, let me know. Yeah, let me know. And real quick, I just want to guys, we're getting close on 20,000 subscribers, and we're actually our subscriber count is kind of just on a curve. I mean, it's kind of starting to go through the roof, and so we're probably gonna hit 20,000 pretty soon. Do like some giveaways for that. So we got some stuff from Verizon, FMS. We got some center burners to hand out. So we're gonna do some pretty cool giveaways for the 20,000. Please, if you haven't already, like and subscribe to our channel as well. And me and Steve are up and give you guys good information. So share the videos around so people get them. Hit the notification bell because we've got a lot of cool stuff coming. A lot of stuff too. You're gonna see here first. As opposed to other places. I know he's doing that he'll see first that I'm not even going to see. And, Wesley and I'll probably trade them off, and so, but yeah, please like, subscribe, share the videos, hit the bell, that kind of stuff. And as far as Wesley goes and me, really the best support stuff around, use our affiliate links. Yeah. It really supports our channel a lot. So the affiliate link thing I really like because, I usually don't ask for a whole lot of super chats on my thing. In fact, I tell everybody, hey, just save your money, get a plane. Use our links. If you guys use our links, it doesn't cost you guys a dime. You guys get a nice plane we can recommend and help you out with, and then it supports our channel at the same time. So, and I just started doing it like last March.
Right.
Most of
and you guys buying them through our links is why they keep sending them to us. So that really is a big support to our channel. It doesn't cost you a dime more. Buy one through our link. If you decide to get an OMP plane, click it through my video.
Yeah.
I don't make any money off of the OMP planes, but it's still good for those guys to see that you guys are finding them because of us. So if you do any of these planes, click the link down in the description. That's a big thing for all of us.
Yeah.
And if you buy one, you buy it from me.
Right. Buy from me. That's all right. That's cool. It's all good.
No, me and Rich like to bounce off each other. I give him crap all day. Out at the field today, I was giving him heck. He had a real bad landing. I turned to him. I said, "Man, that was a good 9 landings you had there, Rich."
Yeah, man. Got them all in one.
That's right. Got them all in one day. I needed to get some touch and goes today. Get them all in on one.
Dude, that just tests the durability of a model. That's what I'm telling you. So what I tell everybody is in most of my videos, I don't edit the flying portions at all. I leave the flying portions kind of as they are. Completely destroy something I don't want to show it, but that's another way to get good hits too, I guess. But Series 1200, I have the Mustang I flew today. All of them, I mean, I have some, just grease or smooth landings, but I got some other ones where the plane's doing this. It's bouncing. I just didn't time it right, didn't judge the flare right, but the airplane generally, most of the time, all the videos we shot today, even if I did a bad landing, it came out the other side fine. We didn't bend anything. So to see that, because sometimes you get complaints, people are like, oh, landing gear sucks. All that. It's like, well, man, you know, and for me, it's like, man, if it was any worse than what I just did, then, you know, probably, yeah, it's going to break, you know. So what we did big time a couple times, and it took the hits, and it didn't harm the airplane
You
at all.
know, if we
You know, it
didn't
tend to
show
break.
our mistakes, guys wouldn't believe what we're saying in our reviews.
Yeah.
You've got to show them, hey, we're all human.
Yeah.
We don't always make
Yeah.
perfect landings, guys. But it's good for you guys to
Yeah.
see them sometimes. When you
Yeah.
see my V1200 video this week that I filmed with Rich, my first attempt at takeoff wasn't the best.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
going to leave it in there.
Well, and that's the thing, is just before that, I flew the thing, and then I handed it to Wesley. And when I flew it, my first takeoff was kind of the same. It was kind of moving. I couldn't, there was a little crosswind, but still, it's a little skittish until you kind of get coordination dialed into it. And I aborted that takeoff because it was kind of like Wes's. It went off to the side. And I go, okay, let me get this under control. And then did a nice smooth rolling takeoff. And that's kind of what it is. You have to kind of calibrate your hand and your eyes and just learn the airplane as you go along. It's perfect. So, but you know, when Wesley did his, there you go, man. That vindicates what I just did. I just didn't think of it. It's almost like it's like a ground loop, you know. But you know, that's what it is. And the nice thing is, you get to see the airplane take that abuse, you know. And you know, this thing, after all the takeoffs and landings me and Wes have done, it's, you know, landing gear's still fine. You know, I've flipped this up on all my videos. If you watch them, there's several times I flipped it up on the nose and slid the nose on the grass or on the rubber surface, and we plopped the airplane back down, you know. So, you know, it didn't do any harm to the airplane, and that's part of what we're trying to show you is that, hey, look, you can do that stuff with it. It's not, you know, it's not a China doll. You know what I mean? Sure, you can break it. I mean, yeah, if you plow it in, but
so at 150 miles an hour, you can break it.
Definitely. Well, we already said there's going to be some this thing.
You never want to see somebody crash, but man, I'm kind of over here like, man, I want to see one of them go in at 160.
Yeah. I mean, it'll just auger in. There's just going to be
nothing
everywhere. The battery is probably going to catch fire.
Yeah, it'll be spectacular. I just don't want one to fly into me at Joe Nall. Because you know there's going to be a billion of them at Joe Nall ripping around.
Well, and that's the cool thing is this airplane that I like is that, you know, for the most part, it really doesn't matter who's bringing an EDF jet out there. You're going to smoke them with this. This thing is so much faster, and you know, it's not a hand launch, you know, belly land pure speed and land with it, but it'll outrun probably any EDF jet, at least stock anyway. You know, almost nobody can keep up with this thing. It's pretty much I think it's probably the fastest thing out of the box, and it is the fastest E-flight airplane they've ever made.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I mean it is. It's they haven't made anything this quick. It's got a lot of carbon in it. The wings are tough. The wings, when you try to flex them, surfboard. You know what I mean? They're rigid. So there's carbon going up and down the fuselage, down the wings. They made it tough. You know. So yeah, it's awesome, man.
Oh, before we go. We are wrapping up, guys, but if you haven't checked it out, Cali Graphics has got our Not Safe for Work collection of our nose arts available now. So if you want some risque women for the front of your airplanes, they are now available. So go check out CaliGraphics.com down in the description.
Yeah.
Rich, I know that might not be for you, but if you'd like some risque women for your airplanes, they are available now.
Hey man, I already got one. Hey, I got an email. Check this out. I got an email from this guy today. Let me see if I can read this real quick. This is funny as hell. He wrote this in here, and it said, let me see if I can find it here real quick. It said, hey, if you're going to use a gorgeous chick, gorgeous click to get me to watch your videos, which I would watch anyway, please have some of their videos. Thank you. This is what somebody said. But here's the thing. I told the guy, I said, well, you didn't watch it till the end because, you know, we had pictures of Amy at the end. We wanted to see who was watching, you know. So obviously he wasn't watching, so I said, hey, go back and watch. So, you know, if I have a thumbnail of Amy on there, she's in the video somewhere. And we put a couple pictures of her, nothing. So we're helping. We're working with Wesley to bring back
That's right.
hot chick nose art stuff. So but yeah, check it out if you guys haven't seen that video. Anything else, I got a doll at the end. She's and she'll be in more videos too. So we'll have pictures of her around. So stay tuned. Anyway, we'll have more stuff out. So.
Well, all right, man. Guys, I've had a wonderful day. I think it's time for a good, nice rest tonight. I don't know if you're as wore out as I am, man.
Yeah, I'm pretty wasted.
We were out there, 6 hours today? 7 hours? Yeah. It was it was a good day of flying, though. So
we got me and Steve flying, Wesley flying. Wesley's going to put videos out. But we're going to have a lot of stuff. So just check both channels, guys. We'll have a lot of stuff out there. Days or weeks. So, and that's it. Thanks for having me on, Wes.
Yeah, man, always a pleasure. I can't wait to do it again here in a few weeks. Probably we'll get out and fly again together. So, guys, without further ado, we're going to let you guys go. Make sure you get out and fly with your friends like we're doing. I know with the COVID you can't always get out with your friends, but me and Rich just had a good old time with just us. So we were plenty social distant today. There you go. So. Anyway, get out there and fly with your friends, guys. Noons Airborne RC. I saw you a minute ago. I didn't get to say hi to you, but it's good to see you. John Noons. Always good to have you in here. Without further ado, 5, 4, 3, 2. Bye, guys. Thanks for coming by tonight. We'll see y'all in more videos.